exactly right, Sylvia. We are expecting more summer-like conditions, but until then, we do have a little bit of a cool down to talk about. So for those of you that like it a little cooler, you're in luck over the next couple of days. High clouds rolling in, loving this shot of Mount Wilson because you can still see the night sky right there. So instead of seeing the low clouds, we're seeing the high clouds. A little bit of moisture in these clouds as well, so it's feeling a little humid out there. And there's even a little bit of moisture showing up on radar this evening. You're going to see a little bit of green showing up right there, but for the most part, again, we are dry. We're just dealing with a little bit of cloud cover and cooler conditions, especially as we head into tomorrow. Temperatures this evening, 40s and 50s for the most part. 56 San Pedro, 55 in downtown, 53 in San Dimas. Earlier today, we made it to 69 degrees, an average of 68. So we were just a degree above average for this time of year. Record temperatures mid-80s, so didn't get anywhere close to records. But I will tell you later this week, we could stand a chance. You'll see over the next 24 hours, 40s and 50s. By the afternoon, we're up into the 60s, 64 degrees in the afternoon hours with partly cloudy skies. So we are below average pretty much across the board, and pretty much everybody expecting 60s across the board as we head into tomorrow. Downtown, 64 degrees. Anaheim, 66 degrees. Riverside, 67. And Woodland Hills, 67 degrees. Why is this happening? Well, we've got low pressure working its way into Southern California. And with that, we're seeing onshore conditions, that sea breeze coming in. And with that, a little more cloud cover coming our way. And again, the cool down. But we are expecting a bit of a warm-up in store as we head into the later part of the week. We'll tell you exactly when, where, and how warm. That's all coming up in just a little bit. Lena and Sylvia, back to you. All right. Could, and unfortunately, the forecast does look dry in that regard, but we are looking at a warm-up, as you mentioned, and we're also looking at a cool-down. So we're sort of getting the best of both worlds. If you like it a little cooler, we're getting there. And if you like it a little warmer, we'll be there too. We're taking you outside right now, getting a look at the basin from our Hollywood Hills camera, and it's just gorgeous out there. We're looking at a little bit of high cloud cover, pretty cool conditions now. Temperatures coming down to the 50s and a little more cloud cover coming our way as we head into tomorrow. So let's get a look at your weather headlines. Low pressure responsible for the brief cool down we're about to experience. Cooler and cloudier conditions with temperatures really only topping out into the 60s across the board for you tomorrow. Then a ridge of high pressure rebuilds into Southern California, and as it does, we are expecting another warm-up with those offshore conditions. So with that, it's going to be a windy and warm forecast. Not quite yet, though. We are dealing with that cool down first. You'll see it in your forecast right here. There's that trough. You can see it pretty well defined right there. And with that, we're actually seeing the return of the onshore flow. What's the onshore flow? Well, it's when the wind goes from sea to land. So with that, you get a cool breeze and you get that cloud cover getting pushed into the forecast. So that's what's happening now. So it is cooler for now, but then a ridge of high pressure starts to build over Southern California. And as it does, you're going to see more sunshine and you're going to see warm temperatures as well. So for the coast, you're going to see 60s for the next couple of days. Then by Thursday, Friday, and by your weekend, by Saturday, we're expecting 70s, mid-70s, then low 70s by Friday, and still keeping 70s intact for your Saturday. So we could call that beach weather. For the valleys and the Inland Empire, we're cooling down tomorrow. We're in the 60s only. Then by Wednesday and by Thursday, you're going to notice a warm up. You're going to notice more sunshine as that ridge of high pressure rebuilds into Southern California. And then by Friday, plenty of sunshine for you. And by Saturday, still very warm. We're going to show you what the basin looks like coming up in just a little bit. Lena and Sylvia, back to you.
News live from the Studio City Broadcast Center returns right after the break.
And no thunder snow or lake effect snow here in the Southland. Nothing but sunshine, but a little bit of a cool down. We'll have all the details coming up in just a few minutes.
Because there's all kinds of other noises when it's snowing, right?
Exactly.
So you have all these conditions happening at the same time.
Absolutely, and you don't usually really associate, thunder with snow, but that is a concept. It really is a weather term, thunder, snow. Wow.
And it's not that rare in some parts, I guess.
Right. Exactly. It doesn't really happen.
Yeah, we don't live in those parts now.
Yes, Lena's from those parts, right? She would know. But here in Southern California, nothing of the sort, at least not right now. Thunder snow isn't generally in her forecast.
No.
But we are looking at a warm-up and a cool down. But the cool down's coming in ahead of that warm up, so we're going to have more on both. We're taking you outside to the pier tonight where few people are out and about. We are dealing with a little bit of cloud cover out there, mainly high cloud cover, but low cloud cover also coming in, a sea breeze starting to kick in, and with that, we're going to see those onshore conditions. So we'll see cooler conditions, cloudier conditions. Right now, temperatures generally into the 50s right here at the broadcast center in Studio City. We are currently at 54 degrees. Also dealing with the high cloud cover. You're seeing it on radar. You're actually seeing a little bit of moisture on radar as well. Nothing making its way down to the ground, but we are seeing a little bit of, well, moisture in the cloud cover that we're seeing out there. So rain not in the forecast, but clouds certainly, yes, in the forecast. It was a little humid earlier today. By tomorrow, we're still dealing with, again, the clouds and a cooler forecast. Temperatures into the 40s and 50s right now. 53 in San Dimas. As we head into the Grapevine, you're currently in the 50s right there. Over to Temecula, 46 degrees, and Orange County, Laguna Beach, 55 degrees this evening. Earlier today, you made it to 69 degrees. Average is 68 and record temperatures 85 degrees. So didn't get close to records. And we were actually a degree above average tomorrow, a few degrees below average for the basin. And we're going to see a mix of clouds and sun by the afternoon hours. Temperatures in the 60s across the board. Anaheim 66, Riverside 67, Woodland Hills. You're also getting up to 67 degrees. So really not a big spread in temperatures. Microclimate's not really kicking in as we head into tomorrow afternoon. But low pressure is dropping in, and that's what's prompting the cooler conditions and the cloudier conditions as well. So the return of the onshore flow pushing the cloud cover in, the sea breeze kicking up, bringing in the cooler air. But it's not lasting too long. By the time we head into Wednesday, but mainly your Thursday, high pressure is going to rebuild into Southern California. What does that mean? We're going to see the return of the offshore flow. That's what keeps the cloud cover out of our forecast, and that's what keeps things rather dry, windy, and warm. So the two W's as we head into the later part of the week, windy and warm. So you're going to see right here, there's that trough. It's just looming over Southern California, and that's what's actually going to start bringing in, again, the cooler temperatures, the onshore flow, the sea breeze, and the return of the cloud cover. But later in the week, high pressure rebuilding, as we just mentioned, and take a look at what happens. You're going to see it translated on your 5-day forecast for the valleys and the Inland Empire. You'll see a warm up. You'll see more sunshine, 70s and 80s. So we're jumping from the 60s to the 70s by Wednesday to the 80s by Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for your inland spots. And for the basin in Orange County, 60s jumping to the 70s and then making it into the upper 70s by the time we head to your Thursday, Friday, and yes, your Saturday. Your weekend does look pretty warm as well. And finally taking you to the coast where we are dealing with cloud cover. But take a look. By Thursday into the weekend, nothing but sunshine in 70s. We could call it beach weather again in the middle of winter. Lena and Sylvia, back to you.